It's live. It's alive. Weird science. We are alive. Oops, I got a feedback all of a sudden. Oh, there we go. Welcome. Flat Earth on a Tuesday, everybody. The open format of... Oh, all of a sudden I get a message. What's that mean? Do not go
Someone's
live.
trying to communicate with you.
Do not go live. Do not go live. Oh my God, it's ET. Wants to phone home.
Just remember, Larry, you're live.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, Luke's. No, it was actually Luke sent me a very nice message. Thank you. It's good. For some reason, I can't get rid of the message now. Okay, here we go. So, what do we talk about? New topic. Well, not even new topic. We haven't done the old topic yet. So, just give me a topic. Hurry up. Something, please.
Well, Wade earlier said something about the FBI had got a whole bunch more of Hillary's emails and
Yeah, they
things
recovered
disappeared.
them. They recovered the ones like 15,000 that she deleted.
Man.
But they're not gonna expose those or whatever or bring those to light until after the election. So.
You know it. I mean, they're not going to do,
They're not gonna damage
right.
prize horse.
No, of course not. Of course not. You want to elect a thief or a criminal. Yeah, it's just it's not. Oh man. Oof. We're trying to promote this around the world. Yeah, vote for us. Vote for me. Yeah, vote for me. Send me. Oh, by the way, send me money. I have a GoFund account. It's called lickmesilly.com. You can send money and perhaps get your tongue involved. A tongue ring would be nice. We're just getting off to a really bad start, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've covered that topic. Now what else?
Yes, moving on. So welcome all to Flat Earth on a Tuesday. The question mark. Obviously, it's flat every day. The question marks are if it is actually Tuesday, which would be very interesting. Very
How
interesting.
do we really know?
Well, we don't. We really don't. Depending on sun comes up, sun goes down. You know, daytime, nighttime. No, that wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke. We just know it's a day. It is a day, and we are here on this day. It's a good thing.
Who's making mic noises?
Sorry.
I think. Yeah. Wait. Stop rolling around, will you?
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Oh, don't even start me on that one. Yeah, exactly. Whether it's flat or whether it's a plane, it's a great day in a flat Earth way. Is the description in the title, which is good. Well, at least I think it's good. I thought it was good. I got a little bit of echo there.
I listened to Hangout. I'm just didn't see it live, but I found it this morning, and they had most of it was an interview of the guy who did the movie or the documentary "A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon," and it was really good. I liked the interview better than the actual movie. You know. Not because, you didn't have any image or anything. It was just the guy talking. But he gave a lot of information in a short time that really hit the main points and did it in far less time. So I'll see if I can find a link for that, and I'll put that out in the public chat.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, please do.
So it'll take me a little bit, but you guys can talk. Well, I can't talk and search at the same time, so.
That's fine. That's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, and please put it out there in chat. I'm sure everybody will like that. And get onto that. Flat Earth on a Tuesday. We have no viewer. Well, we have 4 viewers, but it's us. So besides us, nobody's watching. Which is okay. You notice when I say that everybody mutes their microphone? And I do not do that, by the way. I get muted sometimes if I am somewhere else and have some background noise. They mute themselves. Oh, I got an echo there somewhere.
Echo.
I haven't heard it, which is unusual.
Unusual.
Echo.
Echo.
I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
I'm not sure who this Echo person is, but Echo is can be annoying. I'm not sure who Echo is, but please, Echo, just type out there in chat. We have crickets. We got crickets. Somebody's going to have. Paula, do you have the sound effects or no? No. Paula's searching, so no. Search away and she'll.
Yeah, I got it. I put that out in the chat.
Oh, okay. All right, good. So on a Tuesday. Everybody's out there on a Tuesday. Has anyone seen any vids that they would like to perhaps comment on today? Anything?
Nothing really, other than that one I just posted. It was, I forget how long it is, but it. Let's see. Well, it's almost 4 hours. It was an open hangout, but they didn't start. They had audio problems or something, so it's almost like, I think it was like 56 minutes into it where this guy actually starts talking, and he doesn't talk the whole time. So it's like an hour and a half that he actually talks. So don't let the time fool you on that video. It says 3 hours 58 minutes, but it's really, like I said, you got to go like 56 minutes into it before he starts.
Okay, great. So the 4 people that are out there watching are going to go watch this and be back in 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's great. So go watch that, and we'll see you in a couple hours. Take your time. We'll see you about 11. Too funny. So I was watching the hot potatoes a little bit. Didn't have the audio on. Had the background on and stuff like that. With Brian obviously in there. Brian Mullen, that is, not Brian that's here, a different Brian. Had a couple of questions about that interview.
Yeah, they seem to not have that many viewers today. It was in the 200s, which for us would be outstanding, but for them is really not that great.
Yeah, that was a little. Yeah, that was actually yes. That was a kind of a question mark. Not sure why. Actually, not sure why. And we know the viewer count and people watching and people that have watched videos and stuff like that, or watch the live chats, or engage in live chats. All the numbers are skewed. They're all over the place. Not paying attention to the actual number count or anything else. They're all over the place. They can be. I'm not sure why exactly. You have some
time. I don't know, time and day.
Well, you have somebody who posts, chicks on skateboards fail, and they have some chick there with her underwear half down, and they have like 17 million views in like 32 minutes.
And then we wonder why everybody's asleep, huh?
We got True Skimmer out there. Hey, True Skimmer.
Oh, ouch. Yeah, ouch. Yeah, Paul, that's ouch. Yeah.
It's true, though. They
Well,
want,
no,
they
I
want
didn't say
superficial things, yeah.
I didn't say it wasn't true. I said ouch with the mentality of how people are. And trust me, folks, when I tell you this, and I will tell you this from the heart. I like a chick with a nice ass, and I would like to look at that all day long. I would also like to have some information and do a little research to exercise my brain and use it. Besides the fact of my tongue hanging out and drooling on something, that's the difference. You have to look at both. That's why we say the numbers are so off many a times.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to do this. Or you told me to get the effects started, so there you go.
What shop is that?
Huh?
Yeah.
It says it's just the effects thing. It's like a little orange kind of box. But I get it when I use it. I guess you guys heard it. I can't hear it because of my bad hearing, but it gave me a pop-up window that says that something isn't installed, so I don't even know if it worked.
No.
You didn't hear any crickets or anything?
Nope.
Okay, well, evidently I can't do the sounds.
There we go. Yep, Lee's got it. He's got the applause thing. There we go.
Yeah, somebody else has to do the sound effects because it doesn't work on mine.
Oh, there. Hey, there we are. There we are. There we are.
Well, let's see. Did anybody watch any news? Well, I always get my news online, so I don't know what they're doing on TV. But
Something silly.
well, here's your report on Zero Hedge. FBI reports linking Hillary to Vince Foster suicide, in quotes, disappear from National Archives. So she's erasing all the evidence of her murder of Vince Foster.
Yeah, her and her minions.
Yeah.
Well, she has dinner with what's his name, Henry Kissinger. So I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a
and
guy.
you know what Henry Kissinger's all about, right? So I mean, birds of a feather, right?
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Actually, Truth Skimmer's out there. Hello. Said hi. Wow, we're down. Actually, we got. Let's see, how many viewers?
3,463.
I'm seeing 3. What the hell?
And a half.
Yeah. Don't forget the half. Don't forget the half. That's awesome. That is awesome.
So what do you think? Is there going to be a sham election this year or not? Are they going to actually do something different?
Nope.
Every election's a sham.
I know, but are they going to go through the circus again, or are they going to...
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's more of a circus this year than any other year. I mean, they're going out with a big bang this year.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. But...
Yeah, that...
I mean... Every time I see either Hillary or Trump, I keep hearing dun 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 dun
That's great. That's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it.
That's what goes through my mind every time I see them on.
I didn't think of I did not think about that one. That is. Oh, by the way, Close Encounters of the Third Kind is still running on Stars around the clock. If anybody wants to see the Devil's Tower, about the trees and all that kind of stuff. It's like, yeah, they're trees. Yeah. I've been doing this for a long time now. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, very interesting that they are doing that.
Yeah, and actually they've been running this. Wow. What are we going on? 7, 8, 9 days now?
You know what's happening, right? The people that are still continuing on to it, Those are the ones that went all in, and they went all in.
Mm-hmm.
They went all in. So even if they know that they've been fooled, they're still going.
Yeah, which is a little disconcerting in itself.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that is the same kind of thing that we criticize NASA for
Yep.
and the scientific community, because
Yep.
they won't give up on their theories even if they're proved wrong
Even-
over and over and over.
Yep, exactly. They'll hang on to them.
Yeah, I just,
But
you know, I would hate to go out on the limb here, but I'm probably going to go out on the limb here and just say, you know, unfortunately, hanging on to the globe is like hanging on to herpes. It's something that won't go away.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, and then people, you see a lot of people, they try justifying it. Well, yeah, they lie about some things, but we can still trust them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really? That's Stockholm Syndrome right there.
Yeah, you'll hear that if you watch that interview that I posted that link for. The guy is totally right about all the fakery and stuff, but he still believes everything else that NASA says is true. So there you go.
Yeah, that's a little disconcerting with that sort of thing. They get to a certain point, they watch everything, and they debunk. Oh, but they're telling the truth. Or no, the blue screen had hash tags or hash marks in it, and it wasn't big enough, and they couldn't do the experiment, and they couldn't do it. Oh, man. Yeah, just anybody that goes and watches, and actually watches with a very neutral position, can see and look and watch, and no one with common sense will look at that and say, I believe that 100%. Nobody. I would challenge any one of those folks, and if they want to, and we're going to be on for a little while, we just started, obviously. If they want to come on and back up NASA and that sort of thing, and phew, come on. Somehow we'll get you a link. You'll be welcome to come on. The whole thing is a bunch of horse shit. It's a way to rip off and take the individuality of the person and have them enslaved forever. You can call it money, you can call it monetary compensation, you can call it whatever you want to. It doesn't matter. It's actually disgusting to the point of throwing up what many have done on the backs of others. Just absolutely disgusting.
And I think the reason a lot of people will look at evidence and still say, no, that isn't fake, is because of what it implies if it is fake.
Yeah.
They just can't go there. Just like with 9/11, you know, you can watch those buildings fall all day long at free fall speed and still think, well, no, it was because of the airplanes, and it's because what it means if it's a controlled demolition is that it was planned and that it was planned by insiders. So that's why people can't go there.
Yeah, I just the thing with 9/11 with the fact that the buildings actually belong to the people, the taxpayers, and they were leased out to Larry Silverman. Not proud of that name being attached at all.
Silverstein, I think.
Silverstein, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Silverstein. Not proud of that name being anywhere attached to my name. My name actually is Larry. And after they went down, that dude got paid off. I know several insurance companies, and I'm close to where that happened. I'm not too far away. He got paid out, and the taxpayers didn't get shit.
Yeah, that's not fair.
I don't understand that. I know that the buildings were in disarray. They were built in the 70s and finally opened in the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. And at that time, they had so much asbestos in the buildings, they had to renovate the entire, both of them entirely. You're talking about 220 floors. They were both 110 stories. renovate the entire thing. Can you imagine the cost involved with that? Well, what's better to do? Well, it's better to bring them down and start over again, which is what they did. And they have now an obelisk instead of two buildings.
Exactly.
Oh, it's just, the deeper you look, the more disappointed you get. Wow, the more disappointed you get. That's all I could say about that. The more you look into it, and everybody, just take the time to look into it a little bit before commenting on it, and you will get probably derailed or disappointed after watching 15 or 20 minutes of the debunking with the who is the woman that put the book out? Her name is
Judy Wood.
Judy Wood. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Judy Wood. She did an entire study and was very precise and put it out there, and you'll get into it and you'll get sick to your stomach after 15, 20, 25 minutes into it, and you'll get it. You just know. And we've spoken about this too in open chat and everything else, and private chat and everything else. You just know when you get to that point and you're like, I got it. I got it, and at that point you have to deal with it. And that's the unfortunate part, because now, okay, you have this information. Now, where do you go with it? Well, obviously you go online and you start to do the investigation. Oh, there it is. Yep. I'll put it up there. That's great.
Yep. This is Where Did the Towers Go? That's her book. This isn't her website, but there seems to be a site just for that book. But this just gives a kind of an overview, and that it's not, as they say down here, not a case of belief. It's a case of forensic evidence, like such as the melded cars several blocks away that would have everything melded except there's a few pieces of paper on the dashboard that are untouched, which doesn't make any sense for a normal fire. All sorts of things that she goes into in that book. So let me see if I can go back and find her. That was called wheredidthetowersgo.com. And then her site is drjudywood.com. Is Dr. Judy Wood.
They actually pulled her degree, I believe, too.
Did they?
If I'm incorrect, please somebody correct me. I believe they pulled her degree after she came out with the information. I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. I do not know. I had heard it could be a rumor. However, after exposing it, I do know that she came under critical fire and just left her job and is doing her own thing now. Hopefully she's fine and doing her own thing, which is fine. Once you expose what is there and it's not real, obviously something else happened. They're telling you one thing, sleight of hand. It's magic. Yeah, sleight of hand. Yeah, the left hand's going over here and the right hand's doing something totally.
Look at that publication date, 11/1/11.
I see that. I know what the numbers mean. Stop that, will you?
Yeah, she pushes the directed free energy technology theory, which makes sense with especially the melded cars, directed energy weapons.
Well, you see the car. You see the car right there. Where's all the debris around the car that actually crushed the car? Nothing.
Yeah, and it was too far away.
Exactly.
And she talks about how the buildings disintegrated even while they were still falling. They turned to powder before they even hit the ground.
Yeah, and by the way, anybody out there that thinks a plane could actually crash into a building that size and do that? No.
Right.
No. It was an exoskeleton building with steel on the outside. The inside, the main supports, no, would not come down like that.
And you see, part of this here is on anomalies in the Hutchinson effect. I read about, I can't remember his first name now, Hutchinson, that did some experiments basically in his kitchen where he showed that he could levitate objects and make them behave really strangely just by putting certain frequencies on them.
Yeah, sound, yeah, with megahertz, yes.
Yeah, and crystals and things, and so that's what she's talking about there, that they may have perfected it or, weaponized it or whatever you want to call it to make beams bend the way they did. They had to melt and bend. And some people, it kind of clashes a little bit with the thermite theory. It's been a while since I looked at this. I don't remember the details, but
Yeah, thermite with the different things that they were reconditioning the buildings with, and
yeah, and she talks about the weather that was going on too. There was a hurricane off the coast at that time as well.
instantly turned and that sort of thing. Yeah, I saw that
Lots
too,
of
yeah.
energy in that, and so she doesn't think that's a coincidence either. But most of it's just more documents and lots of links here.
Oh yeah, to look into it. If anybody wants to look into it. It's going to take you a while. That's the Oklahoma City bombing right there, I think, right? No, that's World Trade Center.
Well,
WT.
Well, I
6 or
think
7.
I think they can actually use HARP as a directed energy weapon too.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, there's this saying that these two buildings look the same, but they're from two different events, and she's like, "Can you tell which one is which?"
Especially if they use HARP to harness the energy from the hurricane.
Yeah. So she gives a hint here. Do you know what she means by that? The wheat checks at the bottom.
Yes, that means do not tell anybody, do not communicate, and do not say it over the phone.
No, actually, she means by wheat checks. She means this here. There was a whole bunch of that. The grids, the steel grid, in little sections, like a pile of wheat checks.
The exoskeleton of the building.
Yeah, so that's how you could tell which was which. It was a different construction, but other than that, they look the same. You would think that they were the same event, but they're not. Let's see, what else we got here? A military expert writes on 9/11. This is some of the kind of dusting effect you saw on 9/11. That I would have to look at this to see if it was what kind of experiment they were doing there. That's a military exercise or something. Here's a close-up of some beams. You can see how they're cut really straight. And as I recall, they were in sections that exactly fit on the back of trucks that were quickly hauled the beams away to a ship that was taken to China so they could be melted down.
Yes.
So it sounds like maybe it was a combination of a bunch of things they used.
Yeah, I think that's what she's getting at, but primarily what she's known for is that directed energy weaponized Hutchinson effect or something. So anyway, good website.
Yeah, definitely a good website. I myself, excuse me, being in construction and everything else, I was in a town called Morristown, which is not very far from where that happened. For days, it was quiet, and it's never quiet around here with the air traffic and all the different kind of things. Obviously, all the planes are grounded, the whole 9 yards. We couldn't even get material. When I say get material, all the independent dump truck companies were called into New York, got paid out the butt fees to come and right now, and they hauled that shit away, and they were done in like, whew. I know some of the guys that run the companies with the, and you can go back and look at it. You can go back and see some of the companies' names on the side of the excavators, which were actually pulling the debris and stuff like that. I know some of those companies. They were called in right away within seconds. and just got that crap out of there right away. And it's a shame. It's really a shame. It's a shame.
It's a crime.
Yes. That's what happens when you let gangsters run your countries.
Yep, exactly.
However, I'm in New Jersey and I know some of these guys, so I don't want to say that.
That's okay. I'll say it for you.
Okay, there we go. All right, wait threw it out there. Okay, here we go. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember a site I used to refer to. It was pretty good on 9/11, and then that's all else I would have to say about it. But I can't remember where I put the link.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's around here somewhere.
Okay. Well, get it when you can. Get it when you can. I see Brian is on mute. Is Brian still around?
He comes and goes. You know how he is.
Yeah. Oh, Pillbox is out there. Oh, crap.
Oh, is he? Well, hopefully he got your link then.
Yeah. Yep, Pillbox, I sent you a link, edit. So jump on in, man. Where's no, I sent it to you on add someone.
On Google Plus.
Yeah, the little Eddie thing or something.
Oh man, one of my links is dead now. That
I
can't
don't
be.
know. It's invite people, and crap. Let's see here.
Oh.
You know what? Screw this. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this right here. There we go. There's your link. I'm gonna leave it out there. We only have like how many viewers? None?
We had 12. Well, now we got 10.
Oh wow. Well, we got 4 thumbs up, so thumbs up somewhere. Thumbs up somewhere. It must be the sun coming up. Oh, 9. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you so much, happy helper. Now we got 9. That's all right. Bring them in. Let's go.
But he isn't even on the panel yet.
Wait, what?
Somebody, True Skimmer says, dropping since Pillbox showed up, but he isn't even on the panel yet.
Oh yeah. Well, all Pillbox has to do is like show up in the chat or something like that, and all of a sudden we, you know what, Pillbox, we were at like 75 before you came in, and then you said something in chat or typed something in chat. Now we're down to 9. Dude, what are you doing? You're killing us.
He is a spy.
He's killing us. He's got that Stargate thing going on or something. You have to give him a minute. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
By the way, I checked out the price of a Dodge dump truck today.
He can't copy from chat, he says. So do it the way Brian said.
Oh crap! Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You just go to your. Or no, wait a minute. He can't.
It'll be good practice for you,
Yeah.
Larry.
Yeah, just go to there and do what he said and click on the little icon and yeah.
Well, actually, April's at work. And you can't do it right now, so I'm here by myself. I'm home alone, folks.
You can do it.
Let's see. Gonna maybe work at this one.
Yeah. Want some Jeopardy music?
Yeah, please. Yeah, keep it going, wife.
Well, if anybody had his email, we could do that too.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I just realized he only has 6 videos. Pillbox, he only has 6 videos? What the hell?
What are you trying? What are you doing? Okay, can you describe where you're trying to start giving him the link?
Why just hey, Brian.
Larry wasn't paying attention. Hey, Pillbox, are you on Facebook?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, he says Brian is talking to him, but that won't help Larry.
Well, why is Brian talking to you out there? He shouldn't be in here.
I don't know.
I don't.
Holy crap! This is a psyop, man. This is a psyop. This is a psyop. You guys are in a psyop. You guys talking about me behind my back, and that's what it is. It's a psyop, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. This is what's going on here. I am Sally Psyop. Sally Psyop, and this is what's happening. And my name is Sally, and here we go. This is Psyop right here. Yeah, right here. Right here. It just happened. Right here. On live chat. Live chat. There we go. How was that? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Listen here, Sally.
Yeah, what you want? What you want? What you want? Go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead, my participant in this Sally Psyop thing.
Go ahead, Sally.
Well, hopefully, if Brian can communicate with Pillbox by G+, then maybe he can get the link to him or something.
Holy crap! I don't even have a G+. I have a G-, and that's not a female thing. It's just a G-.
Well, let's see if we can do something in Facebook here.
Okay.
Because there's that list, that chat thing you guys got me into today.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Oh, there we go. There we go. Num 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 num. Pillbox, it's about time. How the heck did you get in here and tell us so we can hit you up the next way that way?
It's a G+ thing. I think you added me to the chat, but it didn't register for some reason. I have to like reboot things, and it just sucks. It's not very consistent. It's funny. I can't copy from the chats, but I can copy from video descriptions. And then, of course, anytime you open a new Hangout, it creates a new G+ chat. So if Brian's talking to me in one and you start a new Hangout, you're not going to see any of that conversation, and you can't just go to your current chat and put the link in there. But you did add me to somehow. Did you? You must have added me at the beginning of the Hangout, or no?
Before I went live, I actually put the add, the top thing where you click the add people thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing you should have to do. Really, that's all you have to do, and it's like it doesn't register it for half an hour for some reason. It doesn't show me I'm in the chat, and then I re-click it, go after, and there it is. It just says you added me to the chat. It's like, okay, so it sucks.
Well, that's good. So what are you bitching about? You're here.
Well, name something.
What? Okay. Let's see. Pillbox, how was your day?
Well, it's phenomenal. I just spent the last hour and a half talking to chimps on a ball. I was in Nadia Vet Chambers Hangout. Her debate section is called Debate Coliseum, and she is actually one of the most normal, nicest atheists you could ever meet. She's a transgender who calls herself a communist Satanist, so she's one of the nicer ones. I like her a lot. And so I was in there for about 45 minutes, and there was another guy in there, Christian Hillbilly was in there, and we were having a good old time because, of course, Nadia asked me if I had debated Lord Stephen Christ, and I said, well, no, I don't really have any respect for that person. He is obviously a weirdo, and he's a criminal. And then, of course, one of the people said, what do you mean he's a criminal? I go, well, he calls himself God. And they're like, well, how's that a crime? I go, oh, I can't think of a worse crime other than to call yourself God. I can't think of a worse crime, but for some reason, these people don't think that's a crime at all. So we disagree on that a little bit. And, of course, we had to, of course, get into the evolutionary paradigm. So we spent an hour arguing about cats making kittens, and they're telling me cats making kittens proves evolution, and I'm telling them cats making kittens proves normal reproduction. For about an hour, we went back and forth. I brought out the evolution book, the 2009 Fukuyama. I started going through the pages. I said, here's the definition, page 2. I read it to them. I said, look what it says here. It says divergence and, speciation. Well, that's exactly what happens when cats make different colored kittens. So that was a fun argument, and eventually they gave up and, decided to admit their defeat, and here I am.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. So I think we're glad to have you here.
Do you seriously get people that admit their defeat, or do you just get them to blow up?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that they usually the entire time they're literally saying, no, evolution doesn't say cats make non-cats. Okay, thank you. So there's no evolution. Great. So cats only make cats, and that proves no evolution. So there it is. So they're admitting defeat. They don't even realize it.
Yeah. But humans can make chimeras now, so that makes evolution real now.
Well, then you have to admit that it's an intelligence evolution. So now you have to admit intelligence is required for evolution. So you still got the same problem. The atheist problem never goes away.
Yeah, I like to point out on natural selection that when you select, you're taking a subset of what already exists, and it's going to have less genetic information. If you're talking about biology, it's going to lessen the gene pool and make it shrink. And so it's the enemy of evolution, because the more times you go through that, the more trials. Anybody will tell you in a statistics class that if you do the coin flipping experiment that everybody hates because you sit there for hours flipping a coin, and the more flips you have, the closer you get to equilibrium, which, 50-50, it's going to be heads or tails, and you get closer and closer to 50%. Well, that means nothing changes, and so natural selection, and the more trials you have, the longer, the millions of years you have, the worse it gets for evolution, because there should be no net gain. So that actually works against them.
Well, a copy of a copy of a copy always degrades.
Yep.
Yeah, but if I have a coin and it's a quarter with George Washington on it and an eagle on the back, and I flip it, how many times do I have to flip it to get Lincoln?
Exactly.
That's the problem, and that's what they don't. If they even admit that for 1 second, their entire life and their Star Wars collection is going to be turned out to be a waste. So they will never admit that.
And that's another thing too. Speaking of Star Wars and space science fiction, is finding life on another planet, supposing the current paradigm, would not hurt creation at all. It would hurt evolution, because if life evolving from non-life defies astronomical odds on one planet, to have it repeat and repeat and repeat really is way beyond the bounds of statistical probability into just pure magic. So I'm all for them trying to say that they found life on another planet. That's great. It disproves evolution, because they just increased the odds against it by orders of magnitude. Even one, if they find one bit of life out there.
But they, as far as that's concerned, though, they would love if that happened, though, because then they'd be jumping for joy saying that it actually helps them, though, because that's what they do anyway. Anything that actually goes against their paradigm, even when it's something obvious, like cats making kittens, they will still say, see, that's evolution. And then you'll say, well, wait a minute, what about these horseshoe crabs? You're telling me these horseshoe crabs have been around for 450 million years. And we still have horseshoe crabs. Well, see, that's evolution because it was already evolved enough. Oh, so it works either way. No matter what the evidence is, it's all evolution. It's not science. It's a psychosis of the mind. It's a paradigm. It's closer to a satanic possession than anything, to be honest. And that's why they'll use every single thing and claim it's theirs. And it doesn't matter what it is. They will say, oh, that proves evolution. It doesn't matter what it is.
Well, that's another problem. In order to be a scientific theory, it has to be falsifiable. And if there's no evidence that can disprove your theory, that you can't even imagine, it's just that, no matter what you discover, like so-called living fossils, if that's not a contradiction in terms, that is actual falsification. When they found the coelacanth and when they find blood cells in dinosaur bone tissue, no, that doesn't disprove their theory. It just goes on and they bypass it like they do everything else. But the problem is when it cannot be falsified, it's no longer scientific. So they can't have it both ways. Of course they do, but if anybody thought about it, they'd have to say, oh, look, you can't falsify this theory. There's no experiment you can do to falsify it. Therefore, it's not scientific.
Well, that's the thing, though. Just like in all false doctrines and pseudosciences, there are no rules. So they don't have any standard of any truth whatsoever. No matter what it is, it's evolution. Everything. One of the guys kept saying, well, everything on the earth has 99% of all living creatures have all died. I'm like, so everything dying is how evolution's proved? That's the exact opposite. It's dying. So every single thing they use, they're going to pervert. Every single piece of evidence, and that's why we're all observing the same things. And now the evolution books admit it. The evolution books admit it's just speciation, which is actually normal reproduction and not evolution. So there's no basis, there's no foundation, there's no truth, and that's exactly what you're right about a knowledge scavenger. And I never mentioned that it's not falsifiable. I've never used that term, and I've been looking for that, and I didn't realize it. That's exactly correct. If there's nothing that can actually go against your paradigm, then it's garble. It's just complete garbage. There's nothing. Yeah. It has nothing to do with reality. It's a psychosis. It's a religious belief system.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just like the Big Bang, they say the universe began as a singularity, but in order to expand, there had to be something else the universe was in, and so all it does is move the goalpost. And it ignores the regression of, okay, where did that bigger space come from, and where did that, whatever that was in, where did that come from? And yet they believe it, that there was nothing in the beginning, and then something appeared for no reason out of nowhere, and then it exploded, and then it ordered itself after the explosion, and here we are. If that isn't a belief in magic and fantasy, I don't know what is. It's certainly not science.
Absolutely, yeah. The whole entire thing is just a religion, and they're stuck in it. And I've spent 2 years trying to help these people with that paradigm, and just trying to get them to give me a foundation of information. Tell me something that's provable or testable, and you just can't get it. It's the same repeated, diatribe and regurgitation of talking about everything but their evidence. And it's just ridiculous. And there's no point, because you can't change their mind. It has nothing to do with evidence. It's just their paradigm, and they can't accept anything else. There's no point in debating it, really.
Or like the fruit fly experiment that they tried to do, because fruit flies reproduce so quickly, and they could watch evolution by inducing mutations, because that was the only thing they had left was mutations. And so they would mutate and mutate and mutate, generation after generation of these fruit flies, and eventually they had to give up after so many years, because all they got in the end was mutated fruit flies. They weren't horse flies, they weren't dragonflies, they weren't house flies, they weren't anything but
no positive mutations either.
Right, they were just deformed. They were not turning into something else. They weren't growing lungs or anything, stuff like that. So it's just failure after failure, and even by inducing the mutations, they still had a purpose. They were trying to drive toward a goal, whereas evolution supposedly is purposeless. And anytime you have a purposeless process, it can't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so especially the longer the time. That's why I keep saying the more trials you do without a purpose, the closer you're going to get to equilibrium, which is no change at all. So it's just, any way you look at it, it's just a totally nonsensical faith-based religion.
Well, the crazier part is that they keep bringing that up. One person actually brought up fruit flies as if that was going to help their claim, and we're just laughing because it's like, what did the fruit flies turn into? And they go, well, actually, they turned into fruit flies that couldn't reproduce with the other ones. Right, fruit flies, making fruit flies, yeah. And then the other person's, I said, he goes, well, how do you know? I go, well, I've been raising plants and animals for a couple of years, and I've spent some time looking at them. My tortoise laid 7 clutches in 2 years, and every time she laid a clutch of tortoises came out of the ground.
No way.
I would consider that an observational, empirical, scientific experiment in a sense.
Yeah.
And I asked, I go, can you give me one time in history where someone has observed something other than what I'm claiming? And the lady goes, yeah, Darwin. I said, wow. Wow. I go, yeah, because Darwin witnessed birds making birds.
She wins the Darwin Award.
Well, this
yeah,
is how
there you have it.
Yeah, this is how Stephen Jay Gould came up with his hopeful monster theory. I forget. I think the formal name was punctuated equilibrium, which is another BS name. But basically, he said exactly what we were getting at here is where a dinosaur lays an egg and out pops a bird. That because it had by punctuated equilibrium, what they mean is that. Everything is uniform for the longest time, and then suddenly there's this evolutionary leap, and birds lay eggs and out pop, hippos or something. That was the best they could come up with because it's just pure fantasy and it's
right.
Awesome.
But the thing was though is that he was trying to be. This is where you got to give him credit because he was trying to be honest because with the evidence there is no gradual change to different families of creatures. So he was actually being honest, and him being honest, he literally came up with something that is literally describing a magical statement. It's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. It's magic.
Yeah.
And I think, wasn't he the one that did supposedly gain fame by making a computer program that was supposed to prove evolution by turning a bunch of random letters into a sentence? And, of course, the major flaw with that, and that any first-year student in programming would see, is that you had to code it with certain rules on how to connect letters or you would have never got a sentence. Never. But that was his big proof, and this is why everybody who even wants to think about arguing with evolutionists should study logic first of all, because if you make an illogical conclusion, it doesn't matter how many facts you collect and how many observations you make if you're going to jump to the wrong conclusions.
Right, and that goes again.
You broke up there.
You're too close to the Stargate.
Sorry, is Stargate? Is it muffling my speech? The Stargate?
It was. You're okay
I apologize. The problem is when they do that though, they're striving and reaching and grasping at straws to eliminate any sort of intelligence involved, and then they use intelligence to prove themselves wrong. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, every single time they had to put intelligence in it, and they can't escape it. I mean, randomness is randomness. It's just, like if you put off an explosion in a junkyard, you won't get a space shuttle. You just won't, no matter how many times you do it.
Yeah.
That's like one of my phrases I used to use when I used to debate people in message boards on this. I'd say, why is it that you can look at the ISS and say design, but look at the designers and say accident? It makes no sense at all.
Well, they'll deny God to spite their own nose on their face. Like they'll believe in the impossible rather than that.
Right. As long as there's they'll probably even have to concede an intelligence, as many in the Flat Earth community are doing, conceding there's a creator, but still not
Yeah.
acknowledging, any obligation to the Creator at all. They don't
But
want
if you
the
look
Creator
at
to
how
be
everything's
personal.
connected and how everything works together, how can you deny it?
Right. They want it to be a force, like, an
Like-
impersonal force like karma or something like that. And that's a whole different topic, karma, but, what are you going to do? It's magical faith, blind faith, and no matter what.
Just the
and then
mathematical chances of life
Yeah.
even being here. Like,
0.
Well,
exactly.
Yeah, that's another thing. They realize that abiogenesis is impossible, so they try to move the goalpost by saying, okay, the space seed theory, where the aliens brought seeds here and planted it, and we're their crop, and they're going to come and harvest it, and we should fight them. That's another way that they're turning people against God. Is
Yeah,
when
but
he does show up. Yeah.
You see, I think what it is we're gonna see the meshing of all these things, right? Because isn't it the Mormons that like for aliens? They believe in
Possibly,
aliens,
somewhat.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna have like all the primary religions. Each one's gonna have an event happen
Right.
to draw them to their one world religion or whatever. Because that's the only way it's gonna work. There's going to be too much conflict until that happens, and that's what they're working towards.
Right. They've already
Okay,
broadcast that,
like,
with
yeah.
Reagan and whatnot. They want an alien invasion.
But we're not going to see just one thing happening. We're going to see an alien invasion plus a couple other things going on all at the same time.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. Okay.
Speak up, Larry.
Spit it out.
Yes. Oh boy. Describe alien. Alien is something that we cannot explain. Came from somewhere else. Their
aliens came from laboratories, okay?
Okay. All right. Got that. I got that. Wait. Come on. I got that. By definition, every one of us who look in the mirror every morning are aliens.
Yes.
Exactly. The aliens are us. Come on. We came from somewhere else. We're in this vessel. We're in this vessel of a body. Came from somewhere else. By definition, we are all aliens. Doesn't anybody get this? Nobody gets this.
Well, there is a separation, though, Larry, because there's a term called indigenous, and we are indigenous to here, and that's why we're not aliens. Because if we are indigenous, if we are put on here and we are part of the system that exists here, we are indigenous, therefore we are not aliens. If we are not indigenous to here, then we will be aliens.
I think what Larry means is our spirit isn't from here.
Yes, the spirit type of thing. And by the way,
but you could say that, but then you're going to call God an alien.
No.
But then God made this. I don't know. How far do you want to take the term?
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that definition of alien because this world was created for us. So,
yeah.
Then we're not aliens.
But I feel like an alien on this planet because
we are, in an sense that we are. Yeah, spiritually we are. We absolutely are.
Because I don't agree with the way things are going on this planet, and
but
talking to people about it just really makes me feel like an alien. Like,
right,
I don't belong here.
We're aliens to the New World Order.
Yeah.
Well, by definition, we came from somewhere else, and now we're here. By that definition alone, we're all aliens. Look at them.
But we're also immune to their brainwashing, obviously.
Yeah, but wait a minute. This place also came from somewhere other than here.
Oh boy! If you're going to bring up
so the place is an alien. So the Earth is an alien. How far do you want to take it? Everything came from God. So it's a terminology cladistics issue. But obviously, when the term alien is used, it is obviously interpreting life forms from other worlds. And as far as the Mormons are concerned, they do believe in other planets and that God is on other planets making space babies. So that is an issue. But
Pillbox, I'm actually going to come down there and mow your grass for you. I mean, get the reptilians out of the way. I'll mow that grass.
I don't like it mowed, though. How am I going to attract grasshoppers to feed my dragons with if I mow the lawn?
Exactly. Wow, you're pretty skinny.
Hey, Larry, can you give the link to Agave? He doesn't want to use the public chat link.
Yep.
Oh, no, don't give it to Agave. No. Don't, please. I don't. He actually, listen, guys. I got bad news for you guys. Agave turned out to be a shill. His real name is Dr. Fusnarzi. I hate to tell you.
But
Oh.
Pillbox,
Oh,
you know,
we
I
already
can't
knew
say
that.
what to do. So he has to do it because I'm in charge here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Paula has the mind control over me and everybody else in here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go.
Paula is in charge. Paula is in charge.
Keep repeating.
Wasn't there?
Hey, Larry. Agave
No,
said that the link is that you posted earlier in the chat is still there. You might want to go delete that. That's how he's got the link already. So might want to scroll back in the chat and delete that message.
Oh, okay. Actually, no. You know what? We're going to leave it out there.
All right.
We're going to leave it out. Yeah, we're going to leave it out there.
It could crash.
Gabby, go ahead. Gabby, go ahead and I have the link. You go ahead and post it. That's good. Hey, look. Go for it.
I guess we can just start up another one, right?
Absolutely. I like. Where the fuck is Sally Psyop? I want to see Sally Psyop out there.
Oh, they'll be along.
Yeah, that refers to many people.
Agave,
Gabby,
stop
will you
the
stop,
link.
will you stop counting and just committing for crying out loud?
They're too busy blaming others for their own downfalls.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, just be real. It's real people getting around the table, having, a coffee or a drink or something like that, or a beverage, whatever the hell you want
Now
to
I'm
do.
thirsty.
Oh, sorry. Well, go grab something to drink.
Yeah, well, you know, when Agave gets in here, he'll talk and talk and talk, so I'll get a drink then.
Yeah, what? Cookies. Cookies. Get some cookies. You need
That's
cookies?
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
okay,
Well,
I'll
no,
go get some cookies. I'll be right back.
Yes, we need. Yeah, we need cookies. Cookies, guys. Cookies. Always. It's all about the cookies. Gotta have the cookies.
Well, I'll wait till he comes in, and then you have someone to talk to, you know.
Oh, thank you. So I'm not alone.
Well, Wade's still here.
Well, but we went to get cookies.
That's true. He just didn't mute.
Yeah, I know that. He just walked away. He's like, screw you guys. I'm going to get cookies.
Well, we could sit and think of a new topic. I mean, we destroyed evolution just now, so we'll have to think of something else. And we destroyed we opposed or exposed the 9/11 that everybody already knows. So we got that covered.
Yep. Let's do Sally Psyop next.
No, let's not.
I'm sorry. Hello, I'm Sally Psyop. Yes, how are you? Sally Psyop.
Don't conjure them.
Everything's a psyop.
Don't conjure them. You'll be sorry.
No, I won't be sorry.
No,
Not at all.
conjuring demons is never a good idea.
I thought that was good, actually. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you be like, wee?
Well, I didn't do it, so there you go.
No, I know.
So he's sitting
I know,
back there, not, I went to get cookies. They'll think it's her.
Exactly.
I clicked the wrong one, but
Yeah. And for those in chat, by the way, I am not mind controlled by Paula nor anyone else. By my own doing.
we are not mind controlled by Paula.
Yes. Come on, seriously, guys. Oh, honestly.
By the way, I changed your name to 7 of 9.
I am
It's like Invasion of the
907.
Body Snatchers.
Yep, there's one now. I saw it. Agave is posting in the chat, and he said, today is 25 years since the first internet page went up, and the one they showed was CERN. Ooh.
Are you sure that's not the Mandela effect telling us that?
Well, see, that's another thing. Mandela effect. It means they can change the past all over the place, and you wouldn't know what's true and false, and that's the whole point. Just like 1984 with the memory hole.
Yeah, and I could change Wikipedia. I can actually change a definition of something and
Right.
copy
Like
it and print it and show
like
you
I
guys
said,
something totally different.
right. Like I said, though, they can change it back, and there are people who have a bigger controls than the average person that can change things back if they think somebody's monkeying with it. So.
Oh wait, they have a bigger wrench than me?
Oh yeah, there are wrench people there.
I thought my wrench was pretty big. I'm gonna have to ask April when she gets home. Crickets.
We should find a link to that news article, and not just tell us about it.
I'm glad Paul's not on cam because I'm sure she's blushing a little bit right now. That
No,
would be
I'm
great.
just looking for a link that the guy they didn't provide.
Oh, well, flat earthers never provide evidence. You guys never do. So.
I know, you know how we are.
I actually, first off, I actually went into the cesspool earlier. That's why I had to go into the decompression chamber and light myself on fire for 5 minutes. It was, I think it was the Flat Earth Debate channel. I think it was, you know, Gem Panda, and the whole entire weirdo gang of like just the most weirdest, oddest, disgusting criminals you could ever imagine. The guy literally is talking about evidence. How do you know? Where's your evidence? I said, well, I've taken my own pictures and I've confirmed them. What do you have? He goes, oh, well, where's your pictures? I go, check my G+. And then, of course, it went right to, oh, what kind of camera were you using? So there it is right there. It doesn't matter what you have. They will literally continue to ask you another question on top of another question to run from the evidence. That's what they do every time. It doesn't matter what I have. Instead of looking at the pictures, they're asking me, what camera are you using? Oh, well, I guess you don't want to see the evidence. So they slit their own throats every time. They're deathly afraid. They're absolutely afraid for their life to even look at the evidence.
Right, and that's why if I ever debated anybody on the topic, I would insist on a very formal debate where you have to have a point, an affirmative and a negative, and take turns and all that. Not, you know, not just anything I've seen online, even that debate channel. I haven't seen anybody lay out that kind of a strict rule, because that's the only way that you can actually get a point across and prove them, you know, beyond it, and not let them distract and throw out all these red herrings, because you have a very specific point that you have to argue and you can't vary from it. So in the meantime, I'm sharing this page I had to go look up myself that shows, yes, indeed, they've got a map where CERN is, and it says created by a 60-year-old British computer scientist Tim Berners-Lee in 1990 while a researcher at CERN. The site's address is info.cern.ch. So let's go there.
Uh-oh, we're going down that rabbit hole.
There it is. Well, no, that's actually the first website. I mean, you wouldn't expect much more than that on a first website. They were very basic text.
Yeah, I know. C semicolon backslash and moving on from there. And
now, what year did they say? Well, 25 years ago. So let's see.
1990.
90, yeah, okay. 91 it would be, or close
No,
to it.
26 years ago, 1990.
Well, he said 25 years. Let me go back to, let's see. Go back to where I was. 1990. Okay, well, this might be, yeah, this was written in 2015, so there you go. That's why they said 25. So it's actually the 26th year.
Yep.
Not the 25th. So anyway, yeah, 1990, that was after I had finished all my computer training, after I had stopped being a programmer and went on to electronics. So the web really didn't exist when I was a programmer back in the day.
Right. My mother actually graduated from Chubb, which is the hard drive programming, with the binary code and stuff like that, with all the dot matrix, you know, 0, 0, 1, 0, one, all that kind of shit, which I know Paul knows about. Graduated the whole thing, and then all of a sudden she graduated, and then they came out with Microsoft and all the software.
Yeah, there was of course a lot of other languages and computers before Microsoft, but yeah.
Yes, yeah. Well, Gates actually robbed it from Jobs in the beginning, anyway.
Yeah, and Jobs robbed it from, was it Xerox, I think? Had their Magic Desk software, and the company didn't value it, the project, so they just practically gave it away.
Didn't understand what they had, yes. Yeah, it went from one to boom to boom to boom, and they were like, hey, we got something here.
Yeah.
It's almost like having a Dodge truck when you realize that it's only a Dodge truck. Oh man, that must be a serious letdown. Serious letdown.
And he's muted.
No, I know he is. Serious letdown. Oh man, I've had a Dodge for this long, and you're telling me what? Oh boy. Oh man, really? Yeah. Sorry, Dodge is like on the bottom of the food chain. I mean, the bottom. He's not biting.
Okay. I guess, should I post that link again? Stefan's here.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, throw it out there. So, yeah, if somebody doesn't, yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Agave gave a link. Let's see what that's for. Okay, here's.
Hey, by the way, I'm sorry. By the way, Pillbox, I went and checked out that Mason dump. It's a '91 Dodge Mason dump with a Cummins. I'm not sure the mileage. The guy wanted 13 grand for it. It's a 2001. No way.
Yeah, that sounds about. Was it 4-wheel drive?
Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive. That's no, dude. That's
oh yeah, that's easily worth it. Easily. 13's a steal.
No, it's not. No. At about 7,500, maybe 8 grand. That'd be realistic. I mean, come on.
Well, but you don't know the. What do you mean you don't know the mileage?
I didn't have the key and turn it on to see the mileage. It's all digital.
But he didn't tell you what it. Oh, you just looked at it. You didn't speak to the owner.
I looked at it, and it was actually a town truck that somebody bought and is trying to roll over and sell.
Hey, Stefan.
Hey, what's up? Hey, guys.
Hey, how you doing?
There we go.
Bon, on continue à parler. No, I'm just kidding.
I would have came and listened, but I don't know French.
It was like Chinese, right?
It's all Greek to me. I have a hard enough time with English, so I mean. But for everyone I talk to that knows a different language and English, they all say the same thing, that English is the hardest one to learn.
What? No.
It actually depends what your native tongue is.
Because English has so many meanings for the same word.
Well, the thing is, I just happened to watch a video the other day on what's the hardest language to learn, and it really does depend on your native tongue, and then they have it like a class 1 to class 5 as far as difficulty. It just depends on how your language works, whether you understand
where was French? Where was French? Very high up there on the list.
Yeah, it actually was supposedly one of the easier language, and it was funny that many Germanic languages were in Tier 1 or whatever you want to call it, but German itself was in Tier 2 because of some complexities that they add to it.
Wait a minute, you're saying French is easy?
That's what they said. That's not what I said.
What the hell are they talking about, man? I've been to both schools, French and English, in the States and here. I can tell you right now, French is a lot harder to learn than English.
I think it's harder to pronounce, if nothing else. I mean,
no.
In
French, you have the feminine and the masculine, first of all, attributed to household objects, okay, which you have to know, otherwise you sound like really ridiculous. And plus you have all these like different verbs, which you do not have in English, this verb structure. Je, tu, il, nous, vous, il. We're talking about 6 different ones. And then you have the past subjunctive past, and le subjonctif proposé, the composé imparfait. It's crazy. I'm telling you guys, it's nuts. Trust
Yes, I would like that hamburger with cheese, please.
me. So, hey, I was this whole hangout that I did tonight. I understood maybe a third of it.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I'm more English than French, even though my accent is perfect in French. Like they'll think I'm perfectly 100%. No, there's a lot of things that just fly right over my head. I just do not understand it because it's a lot of expression based and a lot of words are pretty darn big. Yes, sorry.
Okay. Well,
All you have to know is tabernacle.
Ah, tabarnak de colis en français. Boy, the sacrament. Yeah, there you go. They're all church words, really. It's kind of weird.
We all saw you had something going on. I didn't want to start something. It was all in French. I was like, well, we'll just. And we were hanging out for a little while and just kind of fired up and.
It's not for me though. It was for Ishra because it's for him. But until he has his own internet and his own computer, well, we did it through mine.
Gotcha. Okay.
Probably do another one, and then it'll be him.
That's not. We were watching some of the other shows and commenting as they were going on. Even though we were offline, and then obviously got online at some point with some of the different things going on. I really have some questions. I got some good questions. Really good questions. Really deep. Where's Sally Psyop?
Who?
It's a code word. Try and figure it out.
We need to find Sally Psyop.
Let's see. We got to give him a little bit of help here. I wouldn't have known. Think of a person or persons who don't seem to have anything else to do but see what's wrong with everyone else.
Yeah, that's most of the human race. Yeah.
I'm trying to help here.
It's like, well, that's the thing, guys. Everybody comes to the flat Earth, and we all think, oh, thank God, I'm around flat Earthers. And you don't realize, flat Earthers are still people. That's the problem. Yeah. You see, we're still all people. Therefore, that means that we're going to have a bunch of people that found out something that's true, and now they're going to act like complete ass clowns on our team now, not outside of it, but on. So there's many difficult, adjustments that have to be made and realize. People think, oh, now we're just one big happy family. No, it doesn't work that way, because you're a human being and the war continues, and there's going to be confusion and strife and turmoil and misinformation and psyops and hatred and name calling, and that's what people normally do. So why would it be any different in the flat Earth? It's not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, it is so unfortunate because the intelligence of these folks can be, how should I say this? They're intelligent. They're intelligent.
Yeah.
What is everybody doing? Like, come on, seriously? You're going against somebody else?
Because they want to be the one.
Hmm?
They want to be the one.
The one what? Where we are, okay.
The one that cracks the egg, the one that gets the fame, the one that gets the glory, the one that wins the whatever
prize.
Yeah.
There is no winning. There is no cracking the egg.
Well, to them there is, because they've been raised on reality TV shows, and that's how they think that life actually works.
The crack the egg is Pokemon and walking around, and the other chat that I did. This girl was actually walking around the bar, like chasing and trying to hatch the Pokemon egg, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You're really? Oh yeah, I have to do a certain amount of steps to get the egg to pop, and I'm like, yeah, your egg's gonna pop right.
Your egg already popped.
Exactly. I just looked at him like, you gotta be kidding me. You're actually serious. You're actually doing this?
Yeah. Hey, I'll be right back, okay? I know that we're deep in a discussion and everything, but, give me a break here.
Exactly. We're deep now, and you're going away. Come on, hurry up.
I'm sorry, I'm just answering a comment that we got off the Flat Pill episodes.
No, go ahead. No, it's all right. Go ahead. Sorry, Stefan. How did the French version go? I think it was French flat Earth or something. I couldn't, and I don't know French. I couldn't translate it properly, but I would guess there was flat Earth something or other and going.
Oh, yeah, it's basically everything you've heard so far since the beginning, just in French. It's no new revelations, no new nothing under the sun. It's all the same old, just in French.
No, it's good. It's how'd it go? Did it go pretty good?
Yeah, it went good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there was no dead air, that's for sure. Not 1 second of it. And that's perfect. No, we were good presentation, and it wasn't. And it wasn't even. It's not supposed to be scripted. That's not what Ishra wants. He wants it to be
right,
more of an open forum type thing. But you have something to say, just say it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yes, exactly. That's why I love doing these things off the cuff and shooting from the hip. And Stefan, well, if the whole panel and many people joining know me, I just fire up. I'm like, okay, we're going live.
We just happened to get a good guest, and he knew what he was talking about, and he got right into it.
Good.
So it was great for a first show.
It's awesome.
Is that chips or popcorn?
Ooh. It wasn't me.
I thought I heard somebody chewing.
Yeah. Oh, that was Wade. Oh, Wade, Dirty Bird. Yep. He's over there having chips.
It was chewing.
Yeah, exactly. Agave's out there. I think he typed. Wait a minute. What did he do? The hell is that? Oh, I thought he put a link out there for how to put brakes on a '52 Buick. What the hell? Oh, the Pokemon thing. Okay, gotcha. Agave, you have the link.
Yeah, come on in. The water's warm.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait for Sally Psyop to show up. I sold it. Oh, great. Oh, brother.
I'll be right back.
Okay, well, hurry back, will you? Everybody's be right back. I'm gonna carry this damn thing myself.
I'm here.
Yeah, what do you want from me, Larry? What do you want?
Not a Dodge, thank you. Too expensive.
Got to play to, or pay to play, or whatever. Yeah.
I actually tripped up Pillbox. That's awesome.
Well, I apologize. I'm eating some endive right now. Here, let me hold it up. I had my mouth full like a stupid monkey, like a germ monkey. Let's see. This is what I'm eating. See, this is what I eat. This is how I do it. See. Sorry about that. Oh, let me clean my teeth out. Yeah, you got to pay to play, Larry. There you go.
What am I seeing right there?
You're seeing a mirror, including the one in your picture.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, yes. But what are you eating?
Easy.
Endive. Here, I'll try this one more time.
Okay, go ahead.
This is about 1/3. Yep.
Lettuce.
Grass.
It's called what?
Endive. Like endive. E-N-D-I-V-E.
Endive. Oh,
Endive.
okay. All right. I've never heard. New to me, so.
Yeah, it's a miracle food. It has more nutrients than kale and spinach combined, as well as probably half the the things that they always try to promote. This kind of outdoes them all. The only reason I know about it is because my dad, as an Italian chef, just used to use it in his salads when I was a kid. So I got accustomed to it very young, and I'm still eating it. And the funny thing is, that's what the tortoises eat now too. We eat the same thing, Larry.
So that's what happened. Okay, we were trying to get to the bottom of what happened, and now we actually know. That's what happened. Okay.
Yep. Now you know.
Now we know. Now we know. Thank you.
Now you know. Tortoise food, dragon food, Larry. Just eat what the tortoises and rabbits are eating.
I don't know what they're eating. They're outside. As a matter of fact, if they would eat more grass, I wouldn't have to frickin' mow it.
You gotta get a tortoise.
Maybe there's something wrong with your grass.
I have no idea. It's growing all over the place. Must be the chemtrails.
There you go.
I get
Yeah, it was
grass.
the first thing I've ever planted and ate.
I have grass growing where it shouldn't be growing.
We planted some romaine lettuce one year, and it was pretty good.
I have actually how would you say? You would say like a sod or mold spores that have turned into grass on the front of my house. How in the hell were they growing on the shingles with no water whatsoever? There's
Evolution, man. Evolution.
Evolution, yeah.
Your house is turning into.
Oh,
Yeah,
didn't hear that.
Anytime there's just a speck of dirt, little grains of dirt, some weed will grow in it.
Yeah.
Some weed. Okay, Paula, you can't say weed. Come on, what's wrong with you?
Oh, is that a bad word now, weed?
Yes, you can't be calling God's plants weeds. Come on, they all have a purpose now. Come on.
Thorns and thistles, it said, as punishment, so.
There you go. Yeah, but well, that's the thing though. What is a thistle?
Oh, I've got them all over my yard. I know very well what they are.
Well, there are some things like that, but everybody if you have like a nice lawn and any sort of plant grows in that lawn, most people call it, no matter what it is, a weed. It could be an amaranth, which is, high nutrition plant for animals to eat, and it's actually decorative. They use it in like flower bouquets, but everybody just calls them a weed, because they're an anomaly.
Like dandelions.
Yep. One of the best foods for the animals is weeds, quote unquote.
Well, send them over here. Get rid of the weeds.
Make a salad there.
Yeah, exactly.
Grow them, and they will come.
Oh boy, here we go.
So have you heard people getting their gardens confiscated, their organic gardens confiscated?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Please enlighten us, because I have not heard that. That is very disheartening and very
It's been going on for the past couple of years now. They've been attacking like people that have their own little garden stashes in their house or whatever, coming and just taking it all away.
Not like obviously not hemp or anything like that. I'm talking about
like garden stuff
and cucumbers and corn.
Yeah.
You're seriously?
Seriously.
From my cold dead hands, you damn dirty apes.
Like they want to make it so that you have to go through them for everything.
Okay.
They don't want anybody being self-sufficient.
You call me crazy. Yeah, people keep calling me crazy for my terminology. I'm not saying I'm making it very lightly when I'm describing these people.
Pillbox, I've known you a while now. You're nuts anyway. It doesn't matter. Agave's
and I'm still not, and I'm still too nice. I'm still way too nice.
I know that. Calm down. Here we go. Gabby said, try this one out there.
It's just another story of human stupidity and cold-bloodedness. It really is. Oh, I mean, you can look at the person's picture.
Yeah. Pillbox will hit the roof. That's gonna be good. Yeah. MG will get fired up. He'll get fired up in like 4 seconds. I can fire him up in 4 seconds. Ready?
Okay.
You know, the Dodge I saw was rated. I would pay about 14 cents for that fucking Dodge, that Mason dump with the Cummins turbo. The reason why, it's automatic, it's four-wheel drive, it came from a road crew. Not even sure where it's been, anything else. I'm definitely sure if I put the key in the ignition, it's going to have a dead battery because they all drain. They have electrical problems. Dodge trucks suck. Don't buy a Dodge.
You know what? I found a tape in my glove box. Listen. Let me say something first. I found this tape in my glove box. I gotta go grab this tape real quick, and it was some, Goodfellas style Joe Pesci gangster music from the 50s, like the doo-wop, gangster, casino style music, and I put that tape right in the 15-year-old Dodge cassette player, and man, it just cracked right open and played right along, and none of the speakers cracked, and 15-year-old original Chrysler radio, Larry, still works perfect.
Must have been sitting in mothballs.
I don't believe it. Well, actually, I do believe it. I told everyone 4 seconds, and it was like 3.5.
Now here's what's even crazier. I can put a CD in because it's a CD cassette. Remember 2001, same year as the one you're looking at. I can put a CD in it and go off-roading, and it doesn't skip.
Well, if it's 2001 and it doesn't have a CD player in the truck, how would you put it in?
Well, they've been using CD players since the late 90s, Larry. I don't know if you know that. We've had CD players for a little while, Larry. CDs might be new to you. People are actually moving away from CD players now, Larry.
Away.
No, it didn't have a CD. It only had a cassette. It had a cassette player.
Not only does it have a CD and cassette that both work, it has AM radio. Yeah.
No.
I got Pillbox fired up. I got Pillbox fired up. Hello, hey.
Well, I give it to my wife. Damn it, Larry, that's a big echo.
Wait, what? Me?
Try again.
Man down. I guarantee it was your echo, Larry. See, how did I know it was you, Larry? I give it to my wife once a month, Larry. She drives it to Phoenix and throughout Mexico. Always comes back on time, Larry. I don't have to tell you. But I'm upgrading the minivans now, though. I'm gonna start cruising in minivans because when people get beat by a minivan, they really get pissed off. It's one thing getting beat by a big truck or a sports car. If you get beat by a minivan, you're gonna leave town. It's over.
Does he know he's muted?
Larry, I muted your loud echoing ass. Come on, Larry, it's not a Chevy. Turn the thing on. Come on.
It won't turn over.
Come on, yeah, it's pistonslap.com. Let's check out pistonslap.com. It sounds like when you go to do graffiti on your neighbor's house because they let their dog poop on your yard when you shake the can. That's what the Chevy engine sounds like. I'm not even kidding. There's a website, pistonslap.com. I wish I was joking. It's an unfortunate truth for GM drivers. It's kind of like the flat Earth. Without psychotic globers, I'd be out of a job. I need crazies. Trust me.
Stereo.
Then if I could only get on some type of roll and keep going, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Thanks for coming up, everybody. Yeah, it's 557 West of the Rockies right here, south of the 33rd parallel. This is Larry's hangout. He's missing because he lost his car keys. Oh man, I flew in last night into Mexico, and man, my arms are tired. Yeah, it really sucked making those northern corrections when heading east or west, because obviously we're on a ball, and for some reason I can't just go straight when I want to go east. I don't know what it is. Isn't that funny? Don't you think if we were living on a giant ball, how long would it take for a multi-trillion-dollar organization known as the United States government to fly a small plane over the South Pole? You think that's a difficult task?
Yes.
It must be. 'Cause we're not doing it. It must be like, oh, it gets so cold there, jet engines freeze. Oh, okay, we can't go across the South Pole. Okay. It's like, well, that's funny because, in 1946, Richard Byrd was heading over there. They were flying planes in and out, but of course in 2016, the F-22 just can't handle that flight path. Oh boy, where's the evolution book here? So I had to read the evolution book earlier, of course, to these space monkeys, and I was showing them. It says right here, the origins of life. Okay, page 102, Futayama, 2009. Right here in the first sentence, it says life. You know what? Forget this. Let me read it. It's right here. It says the emergence of life. The simplest things that might be described as living, with quotation marks, must have developed as a complex aggregations of molecules. Let's reverse. What did it say right there? It says must.
Uh-huh.
Must have developed. That's the evidence of evolution right there.
Yep.
They put it in the books. All you got to do, go to the store, go to the Goodwill, go to the book section. You go to the Goodwill section, it smells a little funky, but go to the library, find a book, go to the science section. You're going to guarantee you're going to find something on space or evolution or some sort of pseudoscience, and it's like 50 cents for like, a 400-page book, and you can literally use it on Hangouts, pick a page, open it up, and it's going to literally be hours of laughter. So that's my recommendation.
50 cents? He was actually good in the 90s, now he sucks.
I literally spent 99 cents. I spent 99 cents on my space book. You guys don't even realize. I have a 400-page National Geographic NASA space book.
Whoop.
Somebody muted him.
Look at this. Right here. Look at this. Here we go. I have the book right here. This is the most important book that has ever been written. National Geographic Encyclopedia, which is obviously the most scientific word ever. Space. Look at the title. Space. Isn't this phenomenal? Look at this. You're not going to believe it. Look at, there's the evidence. There's the sun. That's a real picture. There's the core of the sun. You see?
Looks like a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Look, there's real pictures of Saturn. See? Yeah, Jimmy and I went over this for about 2 hours. It's 400 pages.
They just took pictures of jawbreakers at the Willy Wonka shop.
Right. I mean, look at this. What were they thinking here? Did they, like, go into a kindergarten class with a couple buckets of paint and say, hey, just spray it on the wall? I mean, what is this?
See, those are the ones they were filming in the mouth. You know the ones that pop rocks in your mouth? Well, somebody had their mouth open and was making those in the picture, and there you go.
No doubt. Here's another one. Here's another wonderful piece of.
Somebody got
says
sick.
Cold dark matter. We cannot see. Look at this. Is really interesting. This is profound. Let's listen to this. It says cold dark matter. Matter we cannot see, but for some reason they were able to use this magic camera and take a picture of it. Isn't that nice? It says helps hold galaxies together. This hypothetical mass adds to the universe's gravity and keeps it from flying apart. Hypothetical. That's a nice one. I really like that one. That's a good one. What else we got?
So that's a hypothetical picture then.
No. Trust me, it's science. And now we have a real picture of a black hole, and it must have. This is obviously the Bill and Ted's version with the.
No, that's the doctor. That's the doctor.
Right. Do you see the telephone booth going towards in and out of the black hole? That's a real picture. It says, in theory, travelers could move faster than the speed of light through both space and time within wormholes, theoretical tunnels linking one black hole to another, maybe in another time. But
That's
wormholes,
why they removed all the phone booths.
Right, it says if they exist, this is totally science, would do so for only a fraction of a second, making such trips impractical. Oh, this is not going to happen. I'm sorry, guys. It's impractical. This is this has got to be a real picture, as you can see. It says a group of scientists working with the Keck 1 telescope. So they're saying it's a telescope, but this is a painting. So do telescopes make paintings? How does that work? It says Kia Observatory in Hawaii during the late 1990s discovered 2 planets orbiting within the solar system of Gliese 876, a red giant star 15 light years from Earth. Here, an artist has imagined, it says right here, an artist has imagined the view from a hypothetical moon of one of the planets. So they're admitting to you this is an art. We're talking about a telescope, but actually a painter gave us this.
A telescope.
Boy, this is a really
views.
Man, let me tell you. Talk about a real very difficult subject. With they have so much evidence. This is so difficult to find anything to show them. Man, this is here's a real picture actually of a time-lapse photography. It says out of hydrogen, an average-sized star expands into a red giant, then shrinks into a white dwarf. A massive star, more than 3 times the mass of the sun, swells into red supergiant before it collapses and implodes, a supernova resulting in black hole of a neutron star. So there you have it right there. That's obviously real. And right here it shows you the different sizes of stars and absolute magnitude. Look, this one is really fascinating. Negative 2.77 is the magnitude. So that's science. There it is. Get yourself one of these books, guys. I'm telling you, it works wonders.
Sorry, my mind was on the moon.
Mine was on the moon.
Yeah, Luden. Yeah, I guess you could really translate that. I was on the moon.
So Larry can't unmute himself, or what?
I muted Larry. I was tired of him.
He's got to wait until April gets home.
I think it'd be within the hour. I think if I remember right. So he's not here to say moving right along, or whatever.
Moving right along now.
Well, I guess. Well, let's look at this book right here. Look at this is interesting. 1997. It says 99. Excuse me. It says training for a mission. The International Space Station, U.S. astronaut Ed Lu and Russian cosmonaut Yuri Marchenko float in a giant pool. Isn't that nice? Look, there's the water. Here's the scuba guy.
Yay!
There we go. At least they're finally showing us a real picture. This is the first real picture I've seen in the book.
Wow.
Everything else is an artist's rendition until we get to we actually get to what the astronauts can do, and here it is. I mean, that's notice this. Notice this also. The scuba diver has bubbles coming up. The astronaut suit is some sort of dry sump mechanism that obviously doesn't allow the air to leave, and that's how they can scam us, pretending they're in space. Evidence right here. They're in water, and there's no bubbles coming from the astronaut suits. Thanks again, NASA. Isn't that nice?
Well, that makes sense.
Yep.
That's why they need that backpack.
Exactly. I know. I mean, it's pretty obvious. They kind of let the cat out of the bag right there. Earth and Science. And here's the Pentagon. Of course, why not? Why not talk about the Pentagon? Then on the next, this is a coincidence. Watch this. This might be I think I remember Jibby. Yeah, Jibby pointed this out to me, I believe. Listen to this. Look at this. It says right here, it shows about the Pentagon, but 2 pages after it, it's talking about pyroclastic flow.
Okay.
Well, when the Twin Towers came down, That's exactly what it is pyroclastic flow. Isn't that weird? Why are we even talking about this in a space book? Why are we talking about pyroclastic flow? Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. I really don't know. But did you know that you can explore the ocean from space? Did you know that?
Supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, here it is. It says it right here. It must be true. Exploring the ocean from space. Agave, do you have anything to add here? I don't want to steal all the time.
I'm sorry. I'm exploring Mars from the bathtub.
Hey, Drama Llama. Here's
Well,
Jimmy.
why is this here? Let's see. It says, believed to have been built around 2650 BC, the Great Pyramid of Giza was imaged by QuickBird. The multi-specular color image was sharpened using the satellite's 61-centimeter resolution panoramic band to create a picture so detailed that it shows individual stones. Man, that's obviously a satellite took this picture. I mean,
It was a clear day.
obviously.
There was no
This
smog.
is so obvious that it was a satellite. Yep.
Yeah,
There
it
it
looks
is.
like a helicopter view to me.
Yeah, that's brilliant. There it is. There's the proof of satellites right there. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Oh my gosh. Then there's one time in here that they mix up carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. I shit you not. They are confused. I shit you not. They literally called carbon monoxide carbon dioxide in here once.
Either or.
I wonder what planet this is. Let's see.
We breathe them both.
Yeah, we do.
Hopefully not as much of one as the other.
50-50 mix right now, I think.
Probably less the rate we're going at.
Yeah. I'm lowering the rate immediately as we speak, yeah.
Me too.
It helps the plants, kills us.
Plant lives matter.
Carbon dioxide does.
Plant lives matter, I agree.
No, this is good. Look at this.
Well, that's my favorite.
Look, this says, usually no more than 2 astronauts spacewalk at the same time. But an exception occurred on May 13, 1992. Early attempts to grapple the Intelsat 5 for repairs had failed. So Richard J. Heeb, Thomas D. Agers, and Pierre J. Tout managed capture the 4.5-ton communications satellite after servicing. It was redeployed to continue operations. Okay, so I see 3 people, right? 1, 2, 3. You see what I'm saying? See the 3 people?
Under a grain silo.
Right. No, but look at this. We got a serious problem here. It mentions 3 people and confirms the 3 people that are out here. So who's holding the fucking camera? Yeah,
It's
way to go,
automatic.
guys. Thanks. Yeah, it's obviously it's automatic. Yeah, the automatic machine right there. Yep.
Well,
No human being could take a picture like this.
They just put it on the
That's
timer, the timer thing, and then they just set it out in space.
Gnortz is the photographer.
Oh, we got an emergency. Larry has gone out of the interlock. He has been blown out the door, apparently.
Oops.
Hopefully he can help. Maybe we can call the media, because obviously the media in NASA and space are the same. Thank you, Agave, for showing me Hillary Clinton again. And here we have, if you didn't believe it, space turtles. There's a space turtle right there.
Wow.
This is just crazy. There's one. Yeah, here's the diagram of how things work. You see, there's the satellite, and then there's the ship going down, and the plane crashing, and then it notifies you over here. Then he gets sent back here to this tower, and then goes back down, and then a person comes and we save the day. See, that's helicopter thing.
So it shot down all those things.
Right. This cartoon. This is a good cartoon here. This is good.
I still think it's hilarious that those planes go missing and they couldn't find them with their satellites that they supposedly have.
Yeah, the satellites just can't pick them up. There's too much interference in between mountains on the ocean. Sorry about that. Oh, look at this guy. You know who that is, right? Francis Gary Powers. This guy was a Billy Badass. Francis Gary Powers testifies before Senate Armed Services Committee, March 6, 1962, holding a model of the U-2 reconnaissance plane in which he was shot down over the Soviet Union May 1st, 1960. Powers was tried and convicted of espionage by the Soviets, but later released into U.S. custody.
That looks like a
Easy.
Duper's Delight face to me.
Yeah, he's probably a patsy. He probably would never even went in the plane, you know? Who knows? Or how did they capture him, right? Is any of this shit real? I bet it's not. I don't know. Oh, there it is. SA2 guide. Oh, guardrail. It says guardrail. I thought it was guideline. SA2 missile. So in 1960, we had missiles that could be launched from the ground, ground-based installation missiles that could shoot a plane down at 85,000 feet in 1960. And we have nothing better now. Now in 2016, that's the same thing we can do now. We can't get any farther than that. That's all you got. That's insane.
Nothing new under the sun.
We landed on the sun.
No, there's nothing new under the sun.
Right, there's nothing new on the sun. That's the next thing, though. We are going to land on the sun, clearly, and bring the men back alive. Trust me. Look at this. Look at this picture. This was a newspaper clipping that every person in America believed, and it's a drawing. It's a drawing of a thing, of a satellite.
Yeah, because
people think this is real. My God.
That's all they have is drawings and bakery.
Oh, here we go. This is Agave. This is what Agave and I were talking about this last night because the moon is not consistent. See, highly elliptical orbit, low orbit. See this, Agave? This is why the moon is completely inconsistent sometimes and doesn't make any sense at all in a ball. Because it changes orbit but continues to face the Earth in the exact locked position. Doesn't that make sense? That's beautiful. No. Absolutely beautiful right there. That's how it works. How do they just? But think of the think of the mindset you have to have that the moon is making all these changes, but continues to look at you like a hologram. Boy, that's interesting.
The only way you could have a locked moon is if the orbit was like exactly right around our planet, because that way the so-called gravitational forces would be pulling that moon around. You'd be seeing all the different sides of the moon.
It's just, I can't believe it. You know, it's just like all of us going, oh my God, I can't believe we believe this stuff, but we really didn't look into it a lot. If you look into this and believe it, you seriously have some explaining.
That's because we were force-fed the information.
Okay, what about if I made this? Look at this claim they're making here. This is a real picture, actually. But let's read the claim. This is frightening. They're saying right here, film from early corona satellites was retrieved in an amazing way. A heat-resistant nose cone re-entered the atmosphere, deployed parachutes, and was snagged in mid-air by a U.S.